Having trouble with your voice? It could be more than just a cold or allergies.
Speechless. Speechless.
Hi, I'm Kim Wilson,
And I'm Natasha Marchewka.
and this is Speechless. Welcome to our behind-the-scenes take on real life and VO, where we share our stories, our resources, and our unsolicited opinions, of which there are many. Today, we have not just an amazing person who is near and dear to our hearts. She is a voice talent from Canada, and she is also our production assistant for Speechless. And if you were lucky enough to come to our Speechless pop-up in August, the beginning of August this year, she was the one greeting you at the door. Take it away, Natasha.
Right. So her name is Carolyn Robson, and she is an expert in all things acid reflux. And the reason
What?
she's an expert is because she discovered that she had it, and it was because she was losing her voice every day. And she is a facilitator and moderator, one of three, in a Facebook group for the Acid Watcher Diet. So take a listen. Okay, everyone, we're in for a treat. We've got Carolyn Robson here from Canada. And Carolyn happens to be my assistant. And she's
And
the Speechless production assistant.
yes, but even better than that, if you were at our Speechless pop-up, you got to meet her. She was the greeter for everyone. The first happy face you saw when you walked through those doors was Carolyn.
Oh
Right.
my gosh.
Carolyn is an
Wow.
expert in all things acid watching. What we'll explain
acid
more in a
watching.
moment. This should be a funny episode of What Did Everyone Bring to Drink?
Oh
With
yeah, I'm in the
Carolyn.
doghouse already. I just know.
Okay, well, Carolyn, what did you bring?
Okay, well, it's very boring. I have my Swiss water decaf coffee, but
Swiss
Good.
water
in-
decaf.
it's
What's
in my
Swiss-
Partridge Family mug. I can't see it. In my Partridge Family mug.
You're a
so
David Cassidy fan. I
Gotta-
forgot about that.
Gotta dress it up a bit. Oh yeah, for
What's
sure.
in your decaf coffee, though?
It's just decaf coffee, but it's Swiss water decaffeinated, which means they decaffeinate it without using chemicals. It's
Oh,
used through a
yes,
Swiss water
what?
process. Yeah.
Who knew
Yeah.
they decaffeinated coffee with chemicals?
They
God, you've
do.
ruined us all.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, we have so much more to learn from
Oh,
Carolyn.
my
I have
God,
so much more to
Carolyn.
ruin for you.
Buckle up, everyone.
But yeah, it's gonna be
Kim,
a
Listen
what
fun
did you
ride.
bring to drink today?
Well, I brought, this is the real color, guys. This is raspberries muddled with mint and lime, raspberries from the garden, and mint from the garden. I made myself a raspberry lime mojito.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Really good.
You're very
Well,
creative.
and I have Earl Grey tea with oat milk.
Oh, that's very
Cheers,
good.
friends. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mhm.
Very, very good. People, if you haven't made any of our cocktails, this is one I highly suggest.
Okay.
Does sound good.
It does.
Plus, we have a
Okay,
cookbook
so-
for free with
Oh,
all the
yeah.
recipes.
That's true. Hey, so acid reflux.
Yes.
It's a thing. And I'm going to
What's
go
it good for? Absolutely nothing.
I'm going to go straight to it because, when Natasha talked about we were going to do a whole show on acid reflux, I was like, what? Like acid reflux, like how do you know you have it? What is it? Are there symptoms? Are you born with it? Does it just come out of the blue? Like all those things. What is it? And how do you know if you have it? Because I think of it like heartburn, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, what is it for real?
Okay, for real. Okay, first of all, I am not a doctor, so I'm not even remotely close to being a doctor, much to my father's chagrin, I think. But I'll try to explain it as best I can. So
Okay.
acid reflux happens when the acid from your stomach travels up your esophagus, and that happens because you have a muscle at the end of your esophagus called the lower esophageal muscle or the sphincter muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And when that weakens, it allows the gastric juices to come up into your esophagus. So
Okay.
that's what's causing your heartburn, because it's causing inflammation in your esophagus.
So, Carolyn, how does acid reflux ruin someone's voice?
Right. Well, there's a couple of different types of acid reflux. So your basic heartburn one is called GERD. That's I can't even remember. Gastroesophageal reflux disease. And that's when you're getting heartburn, which a lot of people experience. And you can have it just intermittently, not all the time, or you can have it chronic. But the other type of acid reflux is called LPR, laryngopharyngeal reflux. And that's when the acids bypass your esophagus and they go up into your throat.
Oh
So
my God, that sounds awful.
yeah. You don't necessarily always feel it. It's more of an aerosol. But in that,
Aerosol.
I know, in that aerosol is something called pepsin, which is an enzyme that is in your stomach, in your gastric juices, and it then attaches itself to your throat and your larynx, and it causes inflammation. And that's when you're going to have trouble with your voice.
Oh my gosh. So can it ruin your voice over time?
Over time, it can. Yes, you can have a whole bunch of different symptoms. You can have hoarseness. You can have coughing. You can have what they call globus. So it's a feeling of something stuck in your throat. You may have trouble swallowing. Yeah, I think I named them all.
Wow.
Chronic cough. You could have that too.
So that cough in the night is really what clued me into the fact that not only do I have it, but my husband has it. I'm sure he has it.
Mm.
I like how we're whispering about it.
Yeah.
Because he's
Just
like,
in case he's listening.
and that's acid reflux. Okay, and you can also choke and gag, right, Carolyn?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And
When
that
does
comes
that
with
happen?
when you're eating close to your bedtime, or if you're lying down soon after eating. Yeah, you'll be regurgitating, and then that can lead
Gross.
to choking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dry heaving.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
horrible.
God.
I
Oh my
need a
God.
sip.
So does
Okay.
it actually change your voice over time? Like the quality of your voice? Is that
It
what
can
worrying about?
lower your voice.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Have
And
you been able to tell my voice has changed?
have
My
I been
voice is
able?
a bit lower and it's scratchy.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
it
haven't
is.
been able to tell.
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump to how we can avoid acid reflux, Carolyn.
Right.
It's pretty
Okay.
strict.
It is. Well, okay. So the diet that I am on, and I can tell you my story too of how I
yes,
discovered
please.
I have it. The diet that I'm on can look really strict at the beginning. It can be kind of overwhelming at first until you sort everything out. But it's been my lifestyle for 8, 9 years now.
So it's more like you're used to it. It's
I'm
okay.
totally used to it. It's okay. It's just a part of my life now. And there's a lot of food that I still enjoy. So it is restrictive in some senses. There might be things that you have to give up, but if you like, and I don't want to freak people out, but if you don't take care of it, it can lead to more serious issues down the line. So
Yeah, like our job. Hello?
Well,
like your
and
job and medical issues too.
like
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah, cancer. I wasn't going to say the C word, but yeah, cancer. There's something called Barrett's esophagus. So if you have LPR, by the way, another word for LPR is silent reflux, because you don't get the heartburn.
That's what I have. Yeah.
I prefer the term throat burn reflux. I think it's more accurate. But now I lost my train of thought.
Oh,
Where was I?
We're good. Throat burn, reflux.
we were talking
Cancer.
about cancer. Oh yeah, there's a condition called Barrett's esophagus, and it's a precancerous condition where the cells of the lining of your esophagus change. And it can be reversed. It can be reversed with diet. Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. So tell us your story on how you figured out
Yeah.
this is what you had to do.
Okay. So about 10 years ago, I was still teaching elementary school, teaching French, and I was finding that I was losing my voice by about noon, which was not good because I still had like 3 hours to get through. And it wasn't getting any better. And it was constant, like every day. I made it till noon and I could barely get through the rest of my day teaching. So went to my doctor. She got me in to see an ear, nose, throat specialist. Thankfully, really quickly, because otherwise it could have been like a 6-month wait. But this was a specialist in the area who was new and he was taking new patients. And just thankfully, I got in right away. So he diagnosed me with LPR, or silent reflux, or throat burn reflux, however you want to say it. And he gave me a pill and he said, take this pill and come back in 3 weeks and we'll see how you are. And we'll talk about the foods that you should or should not eat. So I went back 3 weeks later. I had some improvement, actually. The pill was getting me to the end of my day.
Oh, that's good.
But another thing that was happening to me was that I was singing and like singing in church, and I would have sharp shooting pains in my throat. And that was not getting better with the medication I was taking. So anyways, I went back to the doctor and he said, yeah, there's been improvement. And I said, yeah, there's been improvement. It gets me through my teaching day. And he said, okay, well, just take this pill for the rest of your life and you can eat anything you want. And I said, oh, the last time I was here, you told me that we were going to talk about the foods maybe I shouldn't be eating. Oh, no. You can eat anything you want. Just take this pill for the rest of your life. So I was like, oh, okay, bye. And thanks. And I got home and I was like, this is just not sitting well with me. This is not right. So I started doing some research on the medication, first of all, and it's a proton pump inhibitor. And I discovered you're only supposed to be on it for 3 weeks. And like any other medication, it has side effects. And some of those side effects are osteoporosis. And I can't remember the other things, but a whole bunch of things I really didn't want to happen to me. So I thought, I don't believe him when he said food has nothing to do with it. So I joined some Facebook groups and did my own research and yada, yada, yada. I found the Acid Watcher Diet by Dr. Jonathan Aviv. There it is. Hey, I'm glad you have a copy.
For those listening to us, Natasha's holding up the Acid Watcher Diet book.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very
I've loaned mine to somebody else, so I'm glad you have a copy.
Yeah.
So I found that diet and I haven't looked back. Like I was very strict with it and
it worked.
I've healed my symptoms. Yes. I can sing when I want to, no pain. And I watch what I eat and follow the rules of the diet. Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break and find out what are some things that you're not allowed to eat on the Acid Watchers diet. We'll be right back.
I'm scared.
Hi, we're just cutting in for a minute for our promo. It's not really a promo. It's just a few things we want to share with you. We want you to go to speechlessvo.com. That's our website. You've heard us talk about it many times before if you've listened at all. On speechlessvo.com, besides having resources, we're also selling our Speechless Planner. That's a daytimer thing and has goal-setting cues and has all kinds of things, resources. It's
way to keep organized.
To keep organized. It's undated. So you can buy it any month of the year and just get started. So check that out. There's an ebook version and printed version. Back to the show. Okay, we've come back. What I have not explained to you is that Carolyn is one of the 3 moderators for a really excellent Facebook group that has all to do with Acid Watcher diet and the book. So it's an actual group that's just for this book. And it's hardcore. Like, how many members does it have?
I think we have 26,000 now.
Oh
yeah.
my
in this
gosh, just like
group.
our followers.
Yeah.
Right.
You're almost there.
And you have to be really, you have to know so many things because people are asking, I've noticed on the group, the most minute questions that are like so specific. Can I eat this while wearing a purple cape in the middle of the night on
Right.
a full moon? Like, it's really
Wow.
specific questions.
Wow.
But let's tell them about some of the things you're not allowed to do or eat.
Okay.
Carolyn.
All right. So Dr. Aviv has his dirty dozen list of 12 foods you're supposed to avoid. And within that list, there's like 4 he's really stringent on. So that would be citrus foods, vinegar, wine, citrus food, and tomato, cooked tomato. So tomato sauce, things like that. Because
out.
when you cook tomatoes, it changes the acidity. So those are like 4 of the top things that you should
Can you
avoid.
repeat those, Carolyn?
Yeah. So there's vinegar, cooked tomatoes, wine, and citrus
Fruit.
fruits. Yeah.
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 Oh, that is hard to hear.
It's
There's
hard.
also some,
There's like, it doesn't end there.
no, it doesn't end there. And there's
Sorry.
also some major lifestyle different changes that you have to make.
Yeah.
First of all, no brainer, no smoking. Like
Yeah.
obs.
Right.
But what else is there, Carolyn?
Yeah. Did I say wine in that list? I did
You
say
did.
wine.
Say
So you can actually
right.
eventually drink some types of alcohol in the second phase of the diet. There's 2 phases of the diet. There's a healing phase and a maintenance phase. The healing phase is quite strict. The maintenance phase, you can start to reintroduce some foods to see if you can handle them. So alcohol, some types of alcohol are permitted in the maintenance phase.
Like
if
Tito's.
you can handle
I
them.
figured that
Yeah,
out.
like there's some potato vodka and I think tequila. I'm not entirely
Yes,
sure.
the tequila.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's not just those foods. You want to be careful of overdoing it with processed foods because they add acidic ingredients to them as preservatives. You want to be careful about dairy because it's inflammatory. So basically, you're looking at acidic and inflammatory foods and being super strict with them in the healing phase, and then starting to bring in some foods in the maintenance phase to see what you can handle.
Lifestyle wise, there's also no eating before 3 hours before bedtime, which I find
Right.
really important. And I'm
Yeah.
able to manage, but I know it's very difficult for some people.
It can be difficult if you have special occasions and things like that. And
Yeah.
And also having smaller meals, but more frequently, so that you're not overeating in one go. That's
Yeah.
important too.
That was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Carolyn, for
Wow,
all
thanks.
amazing tips. And you
I think
didn't
that'll
just
help
stay
a
in a
lot of
Holiday
people.
Inn Express.
Yeah,
lesson.
and I think that'll really help people that need to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
It's not just a cough, it's not just a scratch, it's not just
Right.
a
Yeah.
cold. It's actually something. It could be
Or
something
allergies. Mhm.
Yeah. Sometimes
quite
it gets
serious.
misdiagnosed with allergies for sure. So if it's something chronic, definitely look into it. Don't ignore it.
Yeah.
You don't want it turning into
Super
something
helpful.
else. Yeah. I also want to mention the Facebook group.
Yes, please.
Please do.
We'll
Yeah.
put that
So
in our
we
newsletter.
are actually really quite strict. We're strict with the diet in the group, and we're really strict with how we run the group.
The rules of the group. Yeah.
Yeah, don't be put off. Like, we are really nice people, but we didn't want our group to turn into one of those groups where everything is posted and the same questions over and over and over again, and it's a really busy feed, and we didn't want it to be like that. And we also wanted it to be a group where people really took charge of their own health and their own learning. So in the group, we have some guides where like we treat it really as a library. When you join the group, we have a library of information there for you. We have updates since publication of the book.
Mhm.
And because we do get some information from Dr. Aviv and his wife themselves. And so we have guides that we want you to read. We have guide 1, which is absolutely essential. If you want to post a question or comment on somebody else's post, you have to have read guide 1. So we're strict in that way. We kind of want to kick your butt so that you take charge of your own health.
Right.
And it's not always going to be hand holding in our group.
Well, luckily I
But we're
have
nice.
a direct line to Carolyn, so
Yeah.
she holds
Yeah.
my hand. Thank you for your guidance.
you.
And I'm
You're
sure we will have helped someone today. Cheers.
Cheers.
Speechless. Speechless.